Hello there, how you guys doing? Welcome back to another video again. And in today's video we're going to be doing something that I've always wanted to do for a while. I've seen it done on TikTok several times, well, sort of, and I gotta say I love the idea of painting clouds. I love clouds in general. I always find them sweet. Anyway, if you realize that, hey, I am doing the line work first and then the painting, it's because I've realized something. My pen ink, I had blown it out of time and tried to mix it with water and it just wouldn't mix. It clumped up and it pasted onto the brush and it just wouldn't mix in with the water. So I started questioning myself, then how come it's mixing with the water when I did the watercolor on it? And then I realized, hey, I didn't use the pen for that during Inktober. I used the watercolor marker because my pen is a 0.5 and I wanted thicker lines. So then I'm like, okay, well then the work is waterproof, so I can use it indeed. And so I took a permanent marker, and that's what I did the clouds with. As you can see, those lines are thicker. And I took my pen and did the eyes and the hair, and I know she looks really weird right now, but when the color goes in, you're going to see how it's going to look. And oh, you're seeing what I am wearing. I can't remember what I was wearing, to be honest. I was wearing tights and a shirt. Anyway, I decided to erase the lines, the extra lines, and I pasted my paper down before doing this. I'm actually currently looking at it thinking, should I do one using the watercolors? Because I did this using the acrylic paint. And remember what I said, how I'm only going to be using Sunday to upload videos, and any other videos you get that isn't on a Sunday, well, that's going to be like a bonus, because Sunday is going to be the only day in which I upload videos. So the videos throughout the week that you get, those are like bonus videos, but you always expect a video on Sunday, even though you're gonna get videos during the week. So if you don't see a video during the week, that's okay, because Sunday is going to be the main day in where I'd upload videos. Now coming to how to paint the cloud. First, what you want to do is, if you're going to use pink, use a light pink and have a dark pink at hand. And I want you to mix that pink as thin as you can possibly go without getting rid of too much of the pigments, and put it onto the paper. And then go over back with the other pink, like what I'm doing right now. As you can see, I mixed it in with a lot of water and then put it down. Then I put the white at the top and just try to blend that in. Then I started using some more of the purple to blend it in some more, and I kept adding white, purple. Then I went in with a darker purple and put it at the bottom and just tried my best to like give it a blend in. I noticed that the pink didn't have enough of the white at the top. You want that white at the top to look very cloudy, but then you don't want to take away from the pink at the bottom, because you're going to want to see such a deep dark pink there. So it's got to be somewhat of an even balance. And when you're doing this, use a small paintbrush, but not too small. So I'm going to go with like a size 3 or a size 4 in paintbrush size, even though you're going to be filling in some large areas. Some of the areas or some of the stuff that you're going to be doing is going to be a pretty small area. And I'm very, very curious on how this method is going to work with watercolor. What method exactly am I going to be used to get the clouds for watercolor? The next thing that I'm curious about is, what if I don't put the lines? Would I get the same results? Would you see a good separation? For example, I'll look at the separation between those two pinks. I mean, both of them are pinks, they're close to each other. What if I didn't put lines there? Would you still be able to see the separation, or would it just be one big blob of mess? We're going to be trying all of that in a later video. And if you're saying, oh, I could have tried all of that in one video, well, no, I'm going to be making whole has illustration based on these stuff to see if it will work, if it won't work. They're for me to entertain myself. Now, if you have lots of pink, lots of purple, that's great. You'll have a different variety of it. But I don't really have a lot of everything. I mean, if I'd use colors like blue and red, I'd have a lot more of that. But I don't really have a lot of purple. There's a very, very limited amount of purple. And I have the Artist Love acrylic paint that I don't really use because they're more on the pricier side, and to be honest, I don't really see them that much here. I got them as a birthday gift, and that's why I've kind of been like hurting them and just staring at them. My favorite color, I still have it, let me just find it and look at it. My favorite color for the Artist Love kit was the metallic blue, and it was this dark blue, and it looks really sweet. The tube is empty. The tube had more in it, but my dog bit it, so now I have an empty tube of my favorite paint. And trust me when I say it's my favorite paint, it really is my favorite paint, but it's all dried up now because the dog bit it. The blue is not a light blue, it's a dark blue, and because it was metallic it looks glittery, and it was really sweet. Now back to this painting. Since you're this far into the video, it means you're enjoying yourself and you're pretty much learning something. So you see, we are in our channel after all, if you come away from this video by learning something. If you don't know what to draw, if you don't have an idea what to draw, for example how I have the girl in the clouds, then just try drawing the clouds. Clouds are not that hard to draw, they're basically bumps on top of bumps. So just look at what I have here and try to copy it. Just put your pencil down to the paper and just give it a try. It's really not that hard. If you have a limited palette of paint, let's say you don't have acrylic paint like what I'm using, let's say you just have those very cheap watercolor kits, well guess what, I have some very cheap watercolor kits, so we're going to also try it with that too, and we're going to see if it's going to work. Or let's say you only have markers, well we're going to try a way to see if we can just use those cheap Crayola markers to recreate this exact same thing here. And what if you don't have paintbrushes? We're going to find a way. We're always going to find a way to see what we can do to make it work, because well, there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Anyway, why make her hair blue? Her hair is blue because, you know, she is in the sky. Her hair is, you know, pretty much the sky. Some parts of her hair I wanted it to be darker than the other parts. And then I was thinking, when it comes to her skin, what color is she going to be? Now before I put in skin color, I decided to put in the black, and I made a little oopsie with the paint palette because I had some pink paint underneath onto, well, that area there. I had also made a bit of a splatter. I can't remember if you guys saw it. If you saw the part where I made a splat on the painting and I had to clean it up, well, I'm sorry for that. I know I did it, but I just can't remember what part of the video I did that in, and I'm not looking at the screen while recording this, so I can't really tell you much about it. Now as for her skin color, well, her skin color is like the same color as me. So in case you don't notice, my skin color, well, you know, you can see it, my hands are like right there. I've also got brown eyes, so that's, her eyes are brown too. Anyway, decided to go for back with the markers and make the lines more defined, because one of the issues that I have with the acrylic paints is that they are so opaque that they block out even the black lines, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it's a good thing, because let's say you make a mistake, you can go for back with these paints, because if you don't know, when painting her hair with a watercolor, I made lots of mistakes, and the blue, it went on to the pink and some on the purple, but it was easy to take a little bit paint and just go for back with it. Now as for here, with that many detail and putting it back in with the pen was a little bit difficult to do, and drawing in her hand, well, one of the issues that I have is I don't want to take my hand and block out the art piece, but I have to. I'm also right-handed, not really much of a big deal. Anyway, her hair, if you want to know where I got inspiration from her hair, I got it from the painting Starry Night. By the way, Chloe Rose Art loves that painting so much, and it's the only reason that I even got inspiration from it for her hair. Starry Night. And where did I get this idea from to put the girl in the clouds? Well, I saw this post on Instagram where she had a girl in the cloud, and they had a bunch of hearts around it, but I've always liked the idea of clouds, and I finally decided, hey, I'm going to try it, and so I did. Now, peeling the tape off. I have this issue a lot where the tape would take pieces of the paper off the page, and it did, but you're not really seeing it because it didn't tear. I took my time while ripping it off or pulling it off, whichever one you want to say, and this is our end result. I had did the drawing before I put the tape down, so there were some pieces that needs to be erased, but other than that, it's all good. Looking at it, I felt like the background was too plain, like it needed something else more to just make it pop and look sweet. So I kept thinking back and forth, what do I want to do, and that's where I got the idea of putting in the stars using what in Guyana we called a whiteout. Yes, we called a whiteout here, but the correct name is a correction pen. That's what it's called, a correction pen, but I will forever be calling it a whiteout. So yeah, whiteout. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Do come again to a next video, and would just like to say goodbye. Also, take care, stay safe, and just be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Take care, goodbye, and maybe subscribe for more content like this, or maybe better. Yeah, I should probably go now. I don't know why I'm still on.